You're welcome, wapakoneta. One crazy night at tequila. President Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another very special episode of the Donald J. Trump podcast, and very special indeed. You know, I just came back from East Palestine, Ohio, and we were helping the people. We were giving them Trump water, and that Trump water, I could tell you, was a lot more nutrition in that water, a lot more thirst. You call it thirst. When you're thirsty, you need your thirst quenched, and I could tell you Trump water is a lot more thirst quenching than your average, if you look at Poland Spring or Dasani or really any other water on the market, even, you know, the higher up like Fiji. If you do a lab analysis, quite frankly, the Trump water to Fiji, the H2O levels of really strength and stamina are through the roof, if you want to know the truth. They say if you're stranded on an island in hot sun, right? They call it hot sun. You'll live a lot longer with Trump water, so just keep that in mind, okay? And this episode is a very special episode. A young guy who's near and dear to my heart. We call him Jason Scoop, okay? Jason Scoop. And I met this guy back in 2015. Can you believe it? Seems like not so long ago, but you do the math, you start counting on your fingers, and you say, wow, 2015, that was quite a bit of time ago. So much has happened since then. You look at my presidency, and now you look at Sleepy Joe destroying our country left and right? You've got trains exploding all over the place. But anyways, back to 2015, and I met this guy, young, handsome, talented guy, comedian. We call him comedian. He does comedy, and he filmed a stand-up set in Ohio, the great state, which, as I mentioned, we just came back from. And look, it's a tremendous. I saw it and I said, the people need to see this. It's been sitting on a shelf, rotting. It's been rotting away. And he went out there with some comedian friends of his. You look at Melissa and Neko. Happens to be Neko, African American, and he did a great job too. Robert Punchur, he talks about having a gay face, and that's okay if you want to have a gay face. Some people say in the early 70s I was so beautiful you could call it a gay face, you could call it whatever you want, but handsome, very handsome, and really they're beautiful people, and they went out there to Ohio, Moon City, Wapakoneta, that's a county which we want so big, and they entertained the people, and they needed it, because if you look at what's happening under the Obama years, or even Bush and Clinton, it was ruined. Everything was ruined. Our country was destroyed. They did more damage than Al-Qaeda to our country, and then I came in, and things were different, but now not so much. So look, I want to introduce this wonderful special. He talks about meeting me, and you'll see, and really, he did it for you, right? It was going to sit on a shelf forever, but the American people deserve to hear it. And so we did a deal, right? I said, I'll show it on my podcast, and perhaps you could come campaign for me. So we'll see. We're talking. We're doing lots of things, but I want you guys to take a look at this special. We call it From Ohio with Love, right? With love, because there's so much love in that room, and really we're spreading love with this podcast. So much love. So without further ado, please welcome, From Ohio with Love, the stand-up comedy special. Take a look. So many deals, so bigly.
I'm not gay, by the way. I feel like I should put that into the ring right now. It's a good hearty laugh. It's fine. I get it. I do know, because I am aware of what I look like. And it's like I'm not gay, but my face is, you know? So it's like I've never sucked a dick, but my face definitely has. A little bit of the gay face.
People are getting into gems and astronomy a lot more lately too, just in the US in general. I don't know why. I mean, I guess when you have a lot of credit card and student loan debt, the best thing to do is to just take a bunch of pretty rocks and believe that they give you superpowers. being in the U.S. is fun. I like it. I like it so much. And you know, there's so much stuff out here that isn't in New York City, so everything outside of it feels really, really exotic to me. And I'm always excited. Like the first time I saw a Cracker Barrel, I lost my shit. Do you not understand?
I do. I'm a believer firmly in Jesus. No doubts. Yeah, give it up for Jesus. All right, I know it. But the religion lies to you, though. They fill you full of lies every once in a while. And they're well-meaning lies, but they're still like not quite true. Like in Sunday school, my Sunday school teacher told me that we weren't supposed to drink liquor. And I said, well, what about Jesus? You know, water into wine. And my Sunday school teacher told me at 12 years old, that's because they didn't have Pepsi back then. Like, you tell me Jesus Christ can turn water into wine, but he can't invent Pepsi?
I have kind of enjoyed my time in y'all little part of town. Kind of. Just kind of. I want to say I had a great time. Fuck that. I want to kind of enjoy my stay here so far. The people are amazing, but like, y'all need to get used to having black people around. What happened here? I'm in the green room now. I'm shy, so they told us we had a meet and greet before the show. Now after the show, I'm down to shake hands and all that shit. Before the show, I'm like, damn, I don't want them to see me. They might get to know me, and I might shadow what they think of me when I get on stage. So they had a meet and greet, and then at some point, somebody came over to me and was like, just so you know, just to make you feel comfortable. You're not the only person of color here tonight. I was like, I've never felt more uncomfortable all day. You think I thought I was the only black person here? The name of this city is Wapakoneta. That's a black chick from the hood. The fuck
He is the winner of the first season of First Impression with Dana Carvey. Please, give me a round of applause for Mr. Jason.
Hey, how we doing? You good? Beautiful, yeah, good to be back. Give it up for Rob and his gay face, huh? Yeah, it's great to be here living the dream. When I was a little kid, I dreamed of one day performing in a bomb shelter, huh? Magical, wonderful. It's great to be here in Ohio. I'm from New York, Ohio, very hospitable, very kind people. I was standing there waiting to go on. A guy apologized to me for having to pee. I'm like, go pee, bro. It's, you know? If I was in New York waiting to go on stage, it'd just be like, get the fuck out of my way. I gotta take a piss. It's good to be here. Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm what you call ethnically ambiguous. Yeah, people can't really tell, you know, like my ethnic background, and then like everybody thinks that I'm their thing. Does that make sense? Like in New York the other day, this Hispanic lady, she was asking me for directions. She's like, "Como estas?" I'm like, "Lady, I'm sorry, I failed that shit 3 years in a row." I was literally the kid just adding O's to the end of every word, thinking of, be like, "Jason, how do you say Sally went to the mall?" I'd be like, Sally-o went to the mall-o? Well, not so much. You failed the speaking exam, Jason. You know? And then we have like the Middle Eastern food in New York. They call it a halal. The halal. You know, you ever have that? The lamb over the rice? It's pretty good, right? So anytime I approach a halal cart, 9 times out of 10, the guy behind is just like, and every time I'm just like, sorry, buddy, I'm not that. Honestly, after a while, I just started lying. I'm just like, yeah. Now I just got extra white sauce, yeah. But actually, my mother, she's West Indian. She's from the islands, the tropics, Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean. So I grew up listening to that soca music. Anybody know soca? Not a single fucking person. That's okay. Now, I can't stand the soca. I'm not a fan of it myself. Because to me, it was always less of a type of music and more of like a workout. Like every song is just basically like instructions being screamed at you. Yeah, every song is just like, hack me up, hack me up, hack to the side, hack to the side, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, choom, choom, choom. And I'll be like, okay, all right. I'm 7 years old. Not ready for cardio. You know? That's Mom. And then Pops is, my dad is Polish. Yeah, he came from Poland. And my dad is very Polish. Like, really, really Polish. Like, my dad is so Polish, he makes you look Puerto Rican, sir. My dad has the blonde hair, but my dad looks like Robert Punchur, the host of the show. You know? He's got translucent, veiny skin. You know? If you look at my father's wrist close enough, you could literally, if you really focus on it, you could see a family white river rafting. And then somehow I came out of my mother looking like neither of those things. Somehow I just came out Jewish. Surprise Jew baby, huh? The nurse was like, ma'am, you gave birth to a beautiful Jewish baby. It's like, it's perfectly natural. 1 in every 100 babies just happen to be Jewish. Is yours? Say, ooh, God, you guys really tightened up on the Jews. Yeah, that's how I got my manager, Jason Steinberg. Yeah, I'm in his office. He's like, are you Jewish? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm Jewish. Happy Yom Kippur, huh? No, I'm not Jewish. I'm actually Catholic, like Joey, who was just... Give it up for Joey, who was up here before, yeah. We're a very inclusive group. We include special needs people on the show. I'm kidding, Joey. I love you. It's an inside joke. I love him to death. Yeah, no, I'm Catholic. I like the Catholic faith because I'll be honest. Catholics show up twice a year, Christmas and Easter. Rest of the year, I'm boozing. I'm fucking in the bathroom of the Moon City bomb shelter. I'm doing blow, cheating on my taxes. Christmas and Easter, I waltz in there and people who go every week look at you like, fuck these people, you know? And then here's the thing, here's the beauty of it. You throw that 20 bucks in the basket, boom, heaven, huh? Catholicism. You're paying for your sins. Okay. Let's loosen up. Amen! I don't know. I was watching the president on television. Give it up for our president, Donald Trump. Give it up. Yeah, man. I love Donald Trump. I'm from New York. I love it. Look, first off, Donald Trump is the greatest entertainer to ever live. Seriously. And I don't say that kind of stuff. I mean, literally, like, dude, it's like the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Donald J. Trump. Every fucking day, man. He called Kim Jong-un short and fat. How do you not love this guy, man? I love how he beats up the media. That's great, because who the fuck likes the media, right? Right? Love that, right? Everything's fake news. Remember first he hired that little cokehead? Remember that? Who remembers Anthony Scaramucci? Who remembers the mooch? Dude lasted 5 days. I liked him, but you know, he did a bunch of cocaine, and he called up a newspaper. Remember that? He was just like, shit, fuck, pussy, ass tits, give me sucking some fucking cock. Like, Anthony, you gotta go, dude. You gotta get the fuck out of here. We can't have this. This is not okay. He's sucking his own fucking cock! Whoa! Danny! You know who I think Trump should hire as his press secretary? You know who I think would be like the perfect person to be Donald Trump's press secretary? Cat Williams, the comedian. Cat will just come out, put a gun on the podium. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If the president says there were 9 million motherfuckers in the crowd, you better believe there were 9 million motherfuckers in that crowd. Y'all little CNN fake news I will shoot Don Lemon in the face. Ask one more motherfucking question. If the president says he would have saved them little kids in Florida, he would have saved them little kids in Florida. Oh, everyone tightened up on Florida. Little fucking activists, man. Parkland got me thinking, man. It's like, there's been a bunch of school shootings. Nobody ever fucking protested and shit and walked out. I'm like, what were all these other fucking school shooting killing? The Columbine just took that shit lying down. They just enjoyed that fucking week off. Came back on Tuesday like real goddamn Americans, baby. Thank you, front row. Thank you. Anybody else? Nah, man. Our president's cool, man. I met the president. I met Donald Trump. You believe that? You believe that, sir? You don't believe me? I got the footage to prove it. I'll show you after the show. I'll tell you the story. Look how quiet I got. They're like, how the fuck did he meet Trump? I met Trump. All right, I'll tell you how I met Trump. Here's the story of how I met Trump is even crazier than actually meeting the president. I'll tell you what happened, okay? The day he announced he was running, June 12th, 2015, all right? We all gotta admit, nobody really took it serious, right? I mean, even if you hardcore love him, voted for him, nobody really at the time, because he had just been roasted on Comedy Central. You know, a week before he was sending LaToya Jackson out to sell yo-yos on West 4th Street. You know, nobody really thought. So I go out that night, right? I'm in the East Village of New York City. I'm boozing with some comedian friends. We're drinking shots of tequila. We're talking about the whole thing. And this idea just hits me. It just hits me. And I say to my buddy Mike, just as a joke, I'm like, yo, dude, what if I got a Trump 2016 tattoo, right? And Mike shoots right back, yo, if you get that shit, I'll pay for it, okay? About 6 or 7 shots of tequila later, we end up on McDougal Street, NYC Inc. Trump 2016. Oh yeah. And this shit in New York was beloved for like 6 months. 6 months, everyone was like, oh, that's so funny, let me get a picture, right? I'd be at bars, women would see it, they're like, oh my God, is that real? I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, that's so crazy, you're so crazy. This, 6 months. Solid. So then, y'all know what happened. He starts, winning the primaries, and my New York friends, everybody, comedy, they're like on Facebook and social media, like, oh my God, what's happening to the country? What's going on with the country? And I'm reading this shit, I'm like, the country? I'm like, he's fucking up my joke, son! The country. And the worst, man, is when I'm on the subway, when I ride the subway, gotta hold the pole. New York City. This tattoo. I'll have a whole row of people looking at me like, oh my God, does that guy hate Mexicans? Hey Karen, he kind of looks a little Latino himself. What's his deal? So now, it's November 2015. Still running for president, everything's going on. And everybody's like, Jason, you gotta tweet him, Jason. Tweet the guy. Get some publicity, tweet him. So I tried tweeting him. He didn't see it. And I started to feel discouraged. I started to feel down, right? I had a job at the time. I was walking dogs, and I'm trying to be a full-time comedian. At the time, I was fucking walking dogs in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Okay, for a bunch of Polish people. I'll never forget this moment. I had like 15 dogs. I'm feeling depressed. I got the skyline of Manhattan just across the river, and I'm like, that's where I want to be, man. I want to be successful. I want to be over there. I don't want to be here with these fucking dogs. So I take my phone out. I'm like, did Trump see my tweet? Feeling all down. And then I see that Donald Trump announces that he's doing a book signing that Tuesday at the Trump Tower. And I'm like, ooh, shit. I'm like, this is where the tattoo meets the man. This is foolproof. So I wake up early that day. I get in line, right? I'm standing there. In front of me, I'm like number 20 online. In front of me, I have this scrawny Indian kid who was like a hardcore, he had like the Hillary book. He's like a hardcore Hillary supporter. He's like, I'm just here for the spectacle, man. Behind me was this little girl who loved Donald Trump. She actually cut school that day. Her mom took her off of school. This little girl, I don't want to, that's right, this is future lesbian. She was a lesbian. Her mom was telling me, she's like, yeah, she fucking plays on hockey, and she's like, the kid's got a crew cut. She's just like, I love Donald Trump. So waiting to get in there, they shuffle us in Trump Tower, and there he is, Donald Trump. He's sitting there, he's got this big chair, and I'm waiting my turn. Now, I wasn't sure how he was gonna react, because people were like, oh my God, Donald, we love you so much, make America great again, wow! But the whole time he just had on Trump face, and he's just like, believe me. So I wasn't sure how he was gonna react. So it's my turn, I'm a little nervous. They usher me up to Trump. I show him my arm. Yo, this motherfucker lit up. Like, you ever see The Grinch? And he's just like, yo, our president fucking loves me, guys. He sees it, and once again, I'm not making a single word of this up. I have all the evidence to prove it. See me after the show. He grabs my arm. You see him shaking the world leader's hands on TV. He's got a firm grip. He yanks my ass in. He's just like, come here, right? Stands up. The media's all over here. Flashes my arm to the media and just goes, look, folks, I gotta win for this kid. Okay? Look, people, a tattoo, that's a big deal. I cannot let this guy down. So, you're welcome, wapakoneta. One crazy night at tequila. President Trump. I love how I said that last part like Chris Rock. I'm like, one crazy night at tequila. President Trump. So then he's like, come here. So then he grabs the book, and now we're in front of the cameras. We're like 6 feet away. They're flashing away like I'm on the red carpet. I'm with the guy, the front runner for the Republican Party. I'm standing there just fucking surreal. And he's just got the book in his hand, and he's pointing, he's just like, ah, and I'm just like, holy shit, I'm about to be the fucking Secretary of State. This is insane. Boy, I don't know. Take it you guys probably don't like the other guy, Barack Obama. I have a joke about him. That's a terrible intro to my joke. Thing about Obama that fucked me up with Obama was, you guys remember hearing about, we had a hurricane in New York, Hurricane Sandy? Yeah. Heard about that? All right. So I wasn't really paying attention to the news. I didn't even know that Sandy was gonna happen, like until Obama's like emergency speech, right? But like he had such like a sort of calm, cool, collected way of speaking that's like exactly how I took the news. I didn't realize it'd be a big deal. Because he just comes out, there is gonna be a storm. Now, the storm is gonna be big. There is gonna be a lot of wind. And Lauren. Thank you. God bless you. And that was the whole fucking speech. So I'm just sitting there on my couch. I'm like, oh shit, man, I gotta get some milk. Yeah, that's what I thought. Then I wake up the next day floating on the mattress, powers out for 2 weeks. You got people sucking dick for gas. I know that because I had the gas. Sometimes I wonder how Bush would have handled Sandy. Like if he was around at the time, you know? I feel like he would just come out. I just want to say Hurricane Mandy has devastated our shores. And precipitated our freedom. But I'll not rest until we hunt down the evildoers who committed this act of terror. We're gonna invade Australia. That motherfucker would have blown up a country and blamed that shit on the snow. I don't know. Hey, I'm just trying not to get Me Too'd up here, you know, before I fucking make it. Oh, was that another sore subject, Me Too? Fucking Me Too, man. I don't even fucking chicks just stay the fuck away from me, man. Listen to my jokes! You notice a lot of those guys that got accused, a lot of those guys were like very outspoken male feminists. You notice that? Notice that? Motherfucking hypocrites, you know that? Ladies, first off, there's no such thing as a male feminist, alright? If you meet a male feminist, it's a rapist, alright? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And when I say feminist, I don't mean people that believe men and women are equal, should be treated equally, paid equally, blah, 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 blah. No. What I mean is that dude who's like, you know, oh, I'm an ally, you know? You ever been fooled by an ally, ladies? Guys like, oh, I didn't even notice you had tits. I only check out women's personalities. It's like, oh yeah, Brad? Okay. Like a normal guy, he'll ask you, I'll be like, hey, you want to grab a drink? And you can say yes, you can say no. It's up to you, it's a free country. Right? Male feminists, they'll be sneaky with it. They'll be sneaky, right? Because they don't have the balls to ask you out, so they'll be like, oh hey, you want to maybe come over to my apartment and discuss women's issues? Huh? You might get fooled. You might be like, oh my God, Craig is so sensitive. He wants to discuss the movie. Yeah, he actually went to the Women's March last Saturday. Yeah, he wore a pussy hat and everything. Your friends will warn you, you'll be like, yeah, but have you seen Craig's Instagram? It's a little suspect. You'll be like, no, he's cool, he's great, it's Craig, he's great. So then you go to Craig's apartment, you knock on his door, he opens it, and he's like, would you like to drink? I'll leave you guys with this. Anybody dating? Yes. Dating? Married? I feel like everybody here is married. I feel like you turn 18, married, 3 kids. Huh? I'm single. I'm single. Right here, baby. Honey, boo-boo child, I'm single. I don't know why I made you a black woman. So I'm from New York. New York. A lot of dating. I was actually on a date with this Spanish chick. She had just moved to the United States from Spain about a month prior, right? So she had a real thick, like, sexy Spanish accent. You know what I'm talking about? Like that Sofia Vergara fucking, you know what I mean? So we're walking down the street, hand in hand, right? But once again, first date. First date. She stops in the middle of the sidewalk and goes, Jason, I don't want to give you the wrong impression here, but in Spain, Jason, we don't suck the cock. on the first date, Jason. Don't worry, Jason. We will fuck, no problem. I fuck you later tonight. Just, Jason, no sucking off of the cock. And here's the thing, folks. I had never, in my entire life, been so turned on by a woman telling me that she didn't want to suck my dick. Like, I was like, the way she said that shit, I'm like, can you just repeat that phrase? Can you just tell me how you don't want to suck my cock, please? I'm not gonna lie to you folks, I masturbated to that shit the next day. I'm at home in my bedroom just thinking, just replaying, I don't want to suck. Absolutely no desire in any way, shape or form to suck the cock. But here's the thing, man, so we did end up sleeping together that night, but it wasn't good, the chemistry wasn't there because she didn't like dirty talk. You guys, anybody familiar with dirty talk? You guys are all gonna act like you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, because it's like, dude, I grew up on black porn. Everybody know Wesley Pipes? That's... Oh, don't act like we ain't got a few Wesley Pipes fans in here. That's the Godfather of shit talking. Just disrespect that dick, bitch. Just fucking spit on it. Yeah? It's like every chick I've ever been with since I was like 15. It's the same thing. I'm on top and I'm like, I fucking own you, bitch. I told her to fucking kill that guy. Kill him, bitch. Would you murder me? Would you fucking kill for me? Cops, if you do not mention my name, would you fucking go to jail for me? No, beat him with conjugal visits and shit. No one else speaking up the laundry basket. Buy the house in Jersey. We're living in that mansion forever. And then at the very end, very gently and lovingly, you come on her face. Just like Wesley. And, you know, that's love.
That's wasteful.
That's wasteful? Wow. Talk to me after the show, man. Damn, son. I dedicate this last joke to you, actually. You'll see why in a moment. I briefly touched on Bill Cosby. They're putting Dr. Cosby on trial again, his 27-year-old ass. Thing is, I always wondered, if Cosby ended up in jail, would he do stand-up in jail? Yeah. But I'm thinking if he does, he'd have to change up his act, you know? He'd have to, you know, ditch the family values material. Start talking about jail shit, you know. See him in there, you know, sitting there in the penitentiary, talking to the people in the orange jumpsuit in the cafeteria, talking, and you're like, you know when you're sucking a dick, you're sucking on the penis for a pack of cigarettes. Then you realize, wait a minute, I don't even smoke. Ow! Guys, that's my time. You've been great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, can you believe that special? I mean, it was really unbelievable. And you see there in the credits, the whole team was out there, the whole team. And we'll put a link below so you could see everyone. So you could see everyone's sets. They call it sets, right, in the comedy world. But quite frankly, it's out of this world. It was a lot of love in that room. And that's why he called the special From Ohio with Love. There's a lot of love in that state of Ohio, right? I come from New York. People, they're honking at you. They're screaming at you. It's very cold. It can be very cold. I mean, there's some love in New York. There's some love. But Ohio, you go out to Ohio, people will be like, oh, you need a ride? I'll drive you 25 miles and back. Just out of the love from their hearts, right? We call it hearts. And you got Brad and Lori who run the venue there. And we'll put a link to their locations below, and they're doing tremendous things for the community, and they're great performers in and of themselves, right? You look at the bluegrass, we call it bluegrass, what they're doing, it's tremendous. And look, folks, don't forget to click like and subscribe, okay? Click like and subscribe, and as always, we're sponsored by Rap Snacks, Little Boosie's Louisiana Heat, and Rap Snacks is also the sponsor of, frankly, the podcast, if you want to know, the special, if you want to know the truth. So look, folks, this was episode 25, a very special, really anniversary, right? 25, it's a nice round number, 25, right? 25. And really tremendous. So we want to thank you all for watching, and links to everybody below so you can check everybody out. And they did just a great job, a tremendous job, and we love them all very bigly, okay? Thank you, and let's play us out with our, you know what? Hang on, wait a second. You know what? I like that other song that they put at the end of the special. Let's play, right, sort of, I don't know if it was Latin or French or something, but let's go with that. Okay, producer, good. Play us out with that song. That's good. It's artsy, right? We call it artsy. That's good. Okay, tremendous. Thank you. Folks, have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week. And really, everyone's coming here. Everyone's coming here because they want to learn how to win. They want to learn how to win, and that's what we're going to be doing for our country very bigly, very soon. Okay? Thank you all, and have a good night. Don't forget to comment and like and subscribe, okay? Believe me. Thank you. See, that's good. That song is better. That's a lot better. Okay? That's great. He's getting a raise. Is this guy going to get a raise? The fake news back there, they won't report it. But this guy's getting a raise. Okay. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.